Last night I was in my room. And
last night I was in my room. He's doing a commercial. Go ahead, sir.
I was sitting in my bed.
Why the heck is his bed?
I am getting to that point. Okay? And just like I do at 12 o'clock, just like I do at 12 o'clock in the morning every night, I just unzip my pants. I reached out. And I grabbed a Sprite, and I cracked this thing open, and I drank this thing down because Sprite is where it's at. If you're thirsty at 12 o'clock in the morning, thirsty for I don't know what, just grab a Sprite.
I feel bad for your wife. Welcome back to the round table with John and Joe. Alright, gentlemen, our next question comes from I hate my school. My teacher yelled at me today for a dumb reason. Congratulations. Why do I care? That's not a debate for the round table.
What is the question?
There is none. That's all he had tweeted out.
Why are you even reading
What a degenerate.
I know.
Get him off. Just
exactly.
Please, skip this.
Cannot believe he'd make a show of our show like sending
It's
emails.
embarrassing.
My mother told me today that Santa Claus will give me many gifts. He's given me 0 crap. Okay, congratulations, he hasn't given you poop. He goes on to say that I am fully convinced that Santa Claus's elves are slaves. Thoughts?
What does that have to do with him not getting any gifts?
That's my point. I don't know.
He just
Just
I feel like this whole question is just.
Well,
I think his question was the second part of the.
Oh,
let me just dig through the weeds and get really to the point. The beautiful flower that is this question. See, the weeds are just telling the backstory about Santa Claus. See, but the beautiful flower, this beautiful creation of a question, is really asking: should these slaves, these elves, be freed? That's really what he's asking. And I think it's a very noble thing. Not my mother's son wants to do. I'm impressed. I think there is hope for the next generation.
Do you think there's like a revolution going on right now and they're revolting and that's why he didn't get any gifts? Because the elves are...
All I gotta say is elves' lives matter.
Elves' lives matter, guys. You've heard
Elves'
it here
lives
first.
matter, and give that kid
ELM.
give that kid damn Sprite. That's all I gotta say.
Amen.
Merry Christmas. From the round table. Alright, gentlemen, our next question of the evening comes to you from I've been to jail before 75. I asked my parolee today an interesting question. Would you rather have one get out of jail free card or a key that opens any door, but behind that door you are not welcome? Well, gentlemen, any door. Let's just think about that. Any door and a one-time get out of jail free card. Well, how many times have you been to jail, John?
Can't say I've been to jail.
I've been to jail about 9 times.
9 times?
Monopoly. It's been pretty
Oh.
rough. Pretty rough.
It is
How about you,
rough.
Joe?
I was gonna ask, what is jail?
That is a great spiritual question. But I have no clue what it means. I don't know. What is jail? Apparently this guy's been in jail before, but I don't know what it is.
Kids these days are saying it's school.
Man.
Well, if I had
Sounds rough.
if I had a card that would get me out of school,
Yeah,
I would take that.
Yeah, me
I'd
too.
take that one too.
Me too.
I would take that one too.
No matter what the other option is, I'm taking that.
Our next question of the evening, folks, comes from Woman Lover 123. We're gonna edit that one out.
No, we're not.
Oh boy,
We're live.
we're live.
Well,
Would you rather one of Donald Trump's exes for an entire year, or get a new woman that flaunts over you every day? Who has Trump all dated? Because here's my thing. Think about the money opportunity, but think of how old they really are. If I had to,
I'd get a woman who wanders over me every single day.
I would go for a woman who flaunts over me every single day.
to be honest, I would probably take the third option, which is to date and marry a porta potty.
I don't read that in the...
I've never thought about that.
See?
That's...
A lot of times there's a third option that you don't even know about.
It's like
Why?
Sometimes you just gotta think about it. Well, see, here's the thing.
dusting off to the table.
A porta potty, you can get brand new. What you cannot get brand new is a woman that is already an ex.
And used.
Used and abused.
There's already baggage. With a porta potty, There is no baggage.
Except you leave baggage in the porta potty.
Well, that's
No.
your own. It's just between you and the porta potty. It's
Yeah, you don't have to deal with any other emotional pain, any kind of healing for the woman that you would be with. No exes. You know, those women would just be complaining about rape allegations or something. Nobody wants to deal with that.
Sounds like a Jeffrey Epstein case.
We shouldn't make such jokes.
Well, you know, it happened at the round table, folks. Now to our sponsor, Sprite.
It is your turn.
We all know Sprite, folks. It's better than Coke, better than drugs, and better than water. Or so John thinks. Anyways, run with Sprite. Be healthy with Sprite and enjoy Sprite.
I would disagree with the drug part. I haven't been to jail, but
Our next question, folks,
I can't say I've never been in a hot box before.
comes from only #1 fan. They say, I love SynoStreamHD, but I have one problem with him. He tends to leave some interesting edits out of the video. My question is why? Well, only one fan, space J. I think I can answer this one, and you gentlemen can agree with me or disagree, because we are debating at the round table here. I think some edits might be deemed unworthy that cannot be in his righteous video, because it would take away from his content that the fan base loves, in my opinion, John.
Well, I think we have to ask this question is, how do they know the content that's being edited out?
That is a good question as well.
They must be an inside man.
So, for the
Someone's-
only one fan, I think you have a mole.
I think they're watching me.
Because little do they know, SynoStreamHD is right here.
I knew I should upgrade to that extra $20 a month for that upgraded antivirus. He kept telling me that there was someone watching me.
I think he's talking about Corona.
No,
Do you need a Corona? Because we have Coronas in the back, John.
what does it have to do with antivirus?
I mean, it's a virus, you know, just drink one. It's here.
Holy cow, you're right. Maybe I should have put Corona inside the in the water cooling thing for my CPU.
No. Don't you know that's gonna mess it up?
Well, what should he put in there?
But he just said I have a virus.
Sprite.
Right. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we come to our last question of the evening from My Balls Hurt, Jacob. This is an interesting question, folks. If you had 8 head of cattle and gave 2 away to your best friend, and then gave 4 away to your other best friend who really isn't your best friend, who do you claim is your best friend? I think we need to find another debate.
I think the real
because
question
this
is
one just
how do they cut their grass?
that's
If they still have
that's the
cattle,
real
how are they
question.
cutting their grass? Is this like...
But they had 8 head of cattle. They give 2 away. So say I have 8 head of cattle. I give 2 to you and 4 to you. That leaves me how many cattle?
7. I did that right? I did the math right?
30.
No,
I'm gonna have to
that
guess.
doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense what you're telling me.
You can't have an even number, subtract 2 even numbers, and get an odd number.
But didn't you just
Well,
say
ladies and
7?
gentlemen, thank you for joining
I
us.
did not
Enjoy
say 7.
Sprite. We'll see you next
What
time.
did you say?
On the round table.
12.
Oh!
It's gotta be 50, guys.
Why
Gotta be
didn't-
50?
Okay, fine.
50 doesn't make any
Fine.
sense. How
Fine.
can you start with
You can
8
stop it now.
and you subtract 2 and then you subtract 4? That leaves you with 2, not 50. You can't get more if you subtract.
You said 50?
Stupid.
50 is like a huge number.
Why is he the host?
I don't know.
I was never told the host. I just sat in the middle.
Then why did you say them?
It's SynoStream's show. He should sit in the middle.
We'll be back next week with another
Alright, I
episode
already
of the
signed
Round
off.
Table.
The round table, folks. Sponsored by Sprite.
Drink some Sprite.
Enjoy. Have a good night.
And remember, when you're in bed at 12 o'clock in the morning
Unzip your pants.
and
As
you're
John
feeling
said.
thirsty AF, and when you unzip those pants,
There it is.
you better click the little thing on the top of this Sprite, pop this thing open, and chug it down.
Why are you unzipping your pants, though?
Because you're
Extra comfort. Those pants are really,
Extra
really
comfort
tight.
when it comes to Sprite,
You
folks.
always butt naked is the best way to get into bed. Birthday suit, baby.
All natural.
You heard it.
All
You heard it
natural.
here, folks, from SynoStreamHD.
Completely raw. Completely.
Edit that part out.
What? Good
Sprite.
Lord. Sprite. Alright, let's stop it. I gotta. Alright. Let's,
Raw.